Hi, everybody. It's Jeff Fitzpatrick. It's Wednesday, the 19th of February, 2025, and time for my vlog. And there's something very exciting in this week. Okay, let's get cracking. And as usual, I'm going to look at the market. I've got some stock picks and then one aspect of the club. And that's the bit this week that I think you'll be excited about. But first, the market. Uh, as I started last week, I'm now showing the chart as it stood a week ago, or last time we did a vlog, the 11th, and as it is today. Things have sort of picked up a little bit. The trend is up. Yesterday, we almost hit the highest date ever on the S&P 500. Uh, some people are expecting a bit of a crash. Others are expecting the thing to continue zooming up. We will just continue to work with whatever happens. And to my picks for the week. So bear in mind, all of these stocks, I've looked at them carefully in terms of the charts and indicators. I've been through them on the Better Investing platform. They've all got decent Zacks ratings. The ones that are highlighted in the stronger green have got ones or twos from Zacks. That's strong buy or buy. And they've also been looked at in terms of the value line comments. And then in terms of the put premium availability, how much stock buying power they use, and the annual return on investment. As you know, I like to sort of take expiration dates which are near the end of the month, but there's something a bit weird going on. We've now got sort of end of the month dates which are showing with a W weekly and a Q, which I assume is quarterly, but different prices on them, even though they expire on the same date. And many of them, no prices at all. So I'm not quite sure what's happening with those. Until I find out, I'm going to have to stick to quite a lot of mid-month dates. And here we have it. At the top of the list is CMCA Comcast. It's not there because it's particularly the best. It's there because the premium involved wasn't worth having in terms of selling a put. However, it does come out strong. So if you've already got it and want to dilute CMCSA, or if you just want to get into it as a stock buy, it's worth considering. Thereafter, I've got them linked, as I've got them ranked at least in terms of their average uh, annualized return on investment. And I think DVN was top of the list last week, and there is again. It's even better value. We've got some here now over 100% in terms of annualized return on investment. We've got quite a short time up to the 21st of March. That will be helping it. Be careful. DVN's earnings are due out today, and we've also got the next in line Gap. There's a due out on the 6th of March. Beyond that, we're pretty much okay. And there they are. So as I say, these dark green ones, they came up particularly well, so they're worth looking at very particularly carefully. In all cases, uh, these prices and these details are based on the market as it closed last night. So they all need checking. You don't go off and trade any of these without checking through and looking to see the charts, the premiums involved, and so on. Okay. And the clubs. So this is a strange little chart. I've been doing a lot of research this week. I must have had time in my hands, which I haven't. So I've been looking at how many of the put trades we have been putting in since it was the 1st of August that have actually resulted in stock being put to us. And if you look at purely those that were put, I've called them losers, then we're talking about 29 out of 307. So about 7%. The rest are they're split between they were put to us in profit, and they're the wrong way around, by the way, put to us in profit, or they were simply closed at the end, they expired and left us with a profit. So basically, between those, 93% in profit, and it's 7 or 8% that are put to us, and 7 or 8% that are closed, close at a loss. That's on the ones that have already expired. On the ones that haven't yet expired, then we get very similar percentages. Uh, Something's happened here. Oh, I think I must have deleted a line somewhere and it's put everything over kilter. But anyway, um, that's the wrong way around. At the moment, we've got 97 out of 115 in profit and 18 that are not in profit. I'll put that right for next week. Confusing. And this is interesting. This is what I was really interested in saying. So I put a couple of quiz questions on. One of those was who was the most successful trader of all time? And the answer generally comes Warren Buffett. But ignoring Diamond and the extra income clubs for the moment, you can see that Jim Simmons, the Medallion Fund, is actually number one. He has an annualized return of 39%. By the time you get down to Warren, it's 20%. But and they're over many years, decades, in fact. We've also got, for comparison in here, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 and the VTI, which is a Vanguard index, pretty much like the S&P 500, but with 4,000 stocks in. There's not much difference between them. So what I'm sort of saying is that once we changed the trading system back on the 31st of July 2024, since then, our annualized return has zoomed up. Diamond is the winner amongst the extraordinary investment clubs at nearly 45%. All of the clubs have done well, though, and their average is 30%. And you got to go way down to find old Warren and Ray Dalio. There they are at the bottom. Way down to find the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. So what we're doing seems to be working. And one thing I should point out, I'm basing this on trading gains. So trading gains come from the stocks that we own and the actual prices, and there were the prices yesterday when I did this exercise, plus the cash that we have in the account, the actual cash in the account. So being a trading gain, that doesn't take into account the option drag. As far as I'm concerned, option drag is a bit of a penalty. It is only levied against us if we take money out. And you can see that in the vast majority of cases, we just get the money and that's the end of the story. Um, I've also looked at the option drag compared to the price of closing option trades. And I find that in general, the cost of closing the option trades collectively is a lot less than the option drag. So the option drag is definitely a penalty put upon us by the brokers to an extent. I understand it because what we're doing involves margin. And because it's got margin, they've got to be a bit careful. So I haven't got a problem with them doing it. I have got a problem taking it into account when we measure performance. If you want to find out more about these, there's a great book, The Man Who Solved the Market by Gregory Zuckerman. And he really is concentrating on how Jim Simmons does it. And I'll be going into that more, particularly at the forthcoming training. But I can tell you now, the guy can't do options. That's his problem. So the conference coming up, 21st to the 23rd of March at the Carlton Hotel near Dublin Airport. We're now, you've seen 4.0%. I might have to revise my 10% target down to 5. It now seems enormous, but I think we can still significantly add to the success that we've got in the trading mechanisms that we're now using. I'll be looking at a new way of getting to TICN 4x4 stocks, calling that TICN 2.0, the revised dashboard, an automatic screening system, and we've got some special guests coming in from the US, and there'll be some live trading and trade management going on, and some trading record templates available. So I'm writing extensive notes for this thing. I'm already up to about 40 pages and I'm only halfway through. It's relatively a book, but it will go into absolute detail for people to take away with them on the day of this training. So yeah, that's there to look forward to. I'm actually going to put it on memory sticks. So that means I can also put other things on there, such as the trading record templates and so forth. And once again, if you're not already in my Facebook group, now is the time to get in. It's called the Extraordinary Stock Trading System. I don't deluge you with anything. And if you're not yet in a club, you can find out more at myinvestmentclub.co.uk. Come and join us. Come and join us amongst the most successful traders on the planet. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next week.